Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks. I am Drift. I'm joined by my co-host.
It's BlackStarXero. Just call me Zero.
So this is episode 55. And before we get into the episode properly, don't forget to like, or comment, subscribe. Helps me, helps Zero, helps the pod. Let's get into it. Cool. So, Modulo.
Yes,
Feel
sir.
me? Modulo. We all kind of thought that we were going to get a cool, 30? You know what I'm saying? Although I do believe it wasn't a situation of it being verbatim a 30.
Sure.
You get me? It was something along the lines of you're gonna get somewhere in the region of 30.
I believe that's
it
what
was more along the lines of you're gonna get something in the region of 30. So that's why
if I missed that, feel free to correct me in the comments or just drop a link or something like that. But I believe it was more you get in the region, something like 6 volumes or something like that. They said, and that translates to roughly 30 chapters.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, so that was my understanding of it. I expected the 30, but if we don't get 30, it's kind of common.
Like I too was expecting a 30, so I feel like that might have kind of tinged how I thought the progression of things should have been proceeding.
Sure,
you get me? Like if I'd have known that we were gonna wrap up at 25, I probably would have had some different thoughts in some of the previous episodes regarding my thoughts on Modulo and where its future was potentially headed. You get me? But anyway, I say all of that to say, cool, we have now arrived at the ending of Modulo.
Right.
You feel me? Essentially. And of course, goes without saying, spoilers. You get me? To anybody who hasn't already finished watching JJK and is for some reason concerned about the spoilers for Modulo. You get me? Like, get to it when you get to it, for real. You feel me? But there's gonna be spoilers. And how are you feeling about the ending?
Right. So
there's gonna be spoilers.
I think
are we gonna talk about it?
Yeah. So the issue is I'm kind of waiting to see that the end to say that this is the end, right? So we just kind of discussed that it could be around 30, so maybe 25.
I mean, with the things that happened in the most recent chapter,
sure,
you're probably gonna you can only
realistically feels very much like penultimate chapter.
You can only realistically perhaps give you maybe like 1 at best 2. More chapters, you feel me?
You understand? So and cool. So
regardless of what you're gonna get in those 2, like, how you feeling? You get me?
Right. So,
because of course, afterwards I'll punch in with my thoughts, and you get me?
Sure.
I mean,
so how I'm feeling? I'm feeling very whelmed. I'm feeling very whelmed.
Okay.
You know, so I'm like overwhelmed, not underwhelmed, just whelmed.
Okay.
You understand?
I feel like that's fair.
You understand? Like, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not hype or ecstatic either. You understand? I understand the aims, but how we got there felt disjointed, if I'm being charitable.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Like, so we go from the big Raga, I'm not even calling him that, but you understand? We go from the big Raga dabura fight to and the what is his name? Tsurugi and Maru fight to, Maru and Yuji in, the lanes between.
Essentially,
bullying fucking Mahito. And, you understand? Like, it's just like, it was just so sudden. You understand? It felt like kind of Evangelion-esque, where shit just like kind of just like popped off. It's like, oh, here's the big resolution. You understand? So, I'm feeling whelmed. I understand the aims. I understand what was done, but I feel like the way we got there just wasn't very clear.
So in regards to how like you feel the ending of Modulo was handled in comparison to like the ending of JJK, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel that both endings were handled? Do you feel like you went 2 for 0, or do you feel like it's really 1 and I don't know about Modulo? Like, how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 1.5 for now.
1.5 for now?
1.5 for now. So it's not 2 for 0.
So what saves it from being a complete O, in your opinion? What saves it from being a complete O, in my opinion? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, of course, truth be told, there is a lot of parallels here in how it was handled. You get me? It's just truth be told, there is a bit more definitiveness in this particular ending. You get me? Like the ending is a bit more fleshed out, while within the
I have a few less questions.
Yeah.
In relation to Modulo, as opposed to what I had with the original JJK manga. You understand? So that's what I think saves it from being a complete, I have less questions about it. You understand? I still have questions, don't get me wrong.
Facts.
You understand? Like, how the fuck did Dabura get back to his home planet so quickly?
That's explained. So Maru just teleports him there.
And
cool. That's
and
something.
Then there's that the Deus Ex Machina fucking curse technique.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it is the curse technique. the curse technique is explained. It's just it's a very abstract motherfucker. You get me? Like even if you read the description for it and then you try to think about the fucking applications of it, it's an abstract motherfucker because that same curse technique is what's being used to heal fucking Cross and fucking Yuka and Tsurugi. And seemingly
and also transforming all the fucking
you feel me?
Do you understand?
So that's what I was like,
it's doing a lot.
That,
It's like
that is one of the things
fucking...
that's one of the things that I kind of hold against like Modulo, you know what I'm saying? Like Maru's curse fucking technique is odd as fuck, my nigga. It's very hard to kind of understand, or maybe I'm just not really gone in to properly try and dissect it yet. You feel me? Which to be fair, I haven't. You feel me? It's kind of
really sat down and like
you feel
really
me?
try and grapple the ins and outs of it, counters and all that. So fair enough, but yeah.
But in regards to like, do I feel like he went 2 for 0?
Yeah.
Much like yourself, I'm gonna go with, I wouldn't say 2 for 0. I'd say 1 3/4. You get me? Like the ending,
3/4.
I'd say 1 3/4. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean 3/4 being like you're only off by 25%. You get me? From being another whole 1. You feel me? So I'd say 1 3/4. The weakest part of it, in my opinion, is much like you've articulated, like the kind of breakneck speed that we've been kind of going to in order to like reach the end of it. You feel me? Dabura and fucking Maharaga's fight being off screen is crazy work. You feel me? Like I feel like
if there's even a conclusion, because we say off screen as if like there's a definitive winner. We don't even know.
But that's what I'm saying. The fact that we don't know is the issue. You feel me? It's like cause that fight being off screen is fucking crazy. Especially when you keep in mind that the last time we saw them, Dabura was fully fucking understanding his curse technique and launched his domain expansion, all of that. You feel me? We will understand, we'll be probably thinking we were gonna get a bit more panels regarding what the fuck was going on with that. You feel me?
We got one of the most absurd statements in the fucking entire comic and manga. I adapted to my you're adapting to my fucking existence.
But the reality is like, bruv, that being fucking off screen is crazy. You get me? And it's going to be a point that people kind of use to kind of take away from Modulo. You know what I'm saying? To take away from Modulo. You get me?
Yeah.
The Tsurugi versus Maru one, although the ending for it might not be pleasing for most, that fight is infinitely more engaging to me. I can't lie.
And it made sense. It made sense.
It's infinitely more engaging.
It made sense.
And I feel like you see more of it. You get me? Which again, I was gonna speak on. I feel like maybe too much time was spent with Tsurugi and Maru's side of the fight as opposed to Dabura and Maharaga's, which I do understand. Why? Because in Tsurugi and Maru's fight, on top of the fight, there's dialogue. You get me?
Right.
You feel me?
An exchange of ideals.
Exchange of ideals. There's dialogue. Of course, you introduce Rika into that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a character that we knew former. There's already a lot going on there to make that fight already interesting. You feel me?
Okay.
And then on the opposite end of that, there's Maharaga, a nigga who says nothing unless adapts to who he's fighting, versus Dabura, who's basically having like an internal monologue of himself. You get me? So I feel like maybe that's why we spent more time with Tsurugi and Maru's engagement than we did with Maharaga and Dabura's, and perhaps that's why GEGE thought it would be like okay or calm to kind of just, you know what, we see Dabura launching the domain expansion in this panel, like in this chapter, and then the next chapter he's in Africa holding a fucking rope. You get me? Because we spent less time in that fight, he perhaps thought like maybe that fight didn't need the same level of fucking care and like consistency from start to finish. You feel me? Whereas the Tsurugi and Maru engagement, you understand what's going on start to finish. You see way more panels. You feel me? Like way more panels. It feels way more of like a fleshed out fight.
Actually, I take you back now. He's 2 for 0.
You get me? Like, hey,
he's 2 for 0.
Like, hey.
Maru beat Tsurugi, so humans lost that fight.
Like,
and it seems like Dabura beat Maharaga, so humans lost that fight too. So we lost 2 fights back.
And again, like you said, we don't even know if Dabura beat Maharaga because we don't know. And of course, with it being working knowledge that the way that Maharaga gets beat is by virtue of the contract being null because Dabura isn't on the planet anymore. That leads me to believe you didn't beat Maharaga. You get me? It sounds like the plan was, okay, cool, you know what, you dip, and then that way it just nullifies the Maharaga situation. You get me? So that's why I'm like, it's moments like that, you get me, that will kind of be a detriment to Modulo towards the end of it. You get me?
You definitely have to subtract some points from that for that.
Definitely you get me?
Subtract some points for that.
However, the way that Yuji's used is very intelligent, in my opinion. You feel me? Like, the way that Yuji's used, even like everything down to the design, is intelligent. You get me? Like, kept his face hidden for the majority of it. And even when you introduce him, the way that he's designed, you can tell he's not supposed to be the focal point of the fucking work.
No, exactly.
You get me?
He's
like,
always obscure, which speaks to his role.
Yes,
you understand?
You
like, he's worked from the shadows.
Like, from behind the scenes.
Very
you feel
obscured.
me?
Yeah.
Like the strongest, the fucking loneliest, the strongest, the loneliest, I work from behind the scenes. You feel me? Like, I like the fact that when he pull up, like, he was like, yo, I don't want anybody interrupting these 2 fights. You get me? I like the fact that he said. That. You know what I'm saying? Reason being is because it proves the philosophy that he now has. You get me? That being that, it's gonna have to fall to the successive generations of sorcerers, or at least his initial ideology. You get me?
Okay.
It's gonna have to fall to the successive generation of sorcerers to kind of stand up on their fucking own. You get me? It's not good enough to simply feel like, because Yuji's alive, that if anything happens, we should just rush to go find Yuji. You get me?
Yep.
That was the initial ideology. And then we get around to him having the ideology of my fucking Maru in the fucking lanes between. Yeah? And that being that, okay, cool, boy. I don't necessarily feel like it's ethical for us to make the decision to wipe out curse energy from every fucking individual in Japan and potentially the world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a fucking burden I'm willing to bear. You know what I'm saying? Because the alternative is way more lives being lost. You get me?
Yep.
And ultimately, that type of ideology just kind of confirms and solidifies the fucking the teaching that Gojo gave him. You get me? Like,
and
you get me? Like,
what's the next strict name again?
Yuka.
Todo's master.
I can't remember. I know you're talking about the blonde chick. You get me?
Yeah.
But it just kind of solidifies that the ideology. You feel me? It's like, listen, my job is to kind of keep the fucking peace, however I can in the background. You get me? That's what I do now. So I really like how
everybody needs to kind of step up.
You get me? Like, you niggas need to step up, because if jujitsu curses are gonna continue being a thing, there potentially might come a time where you're gonna need more than just a Yuji. You feel me? You guys need to be having more curse fucking sorcerers in rotation.
So much fucking
and
deep
then
shit you can dig into it, innit?
Because and then that's why I was like, cuz that ideology there makes perfect sense, that it would then lead on to you being like, okay, cool, I'm okay with the idea of you ethically wiping away curse energy from everybody in fucking Japan and potentially the world. Because the bigger picture dictates that if we want people to be safe. You get me? So I'm like, hey, I really like the way that Yuji's used. You feel me?
Yeah.
But much like you said, I'll give him more points for this ending than JJK's, but for the exact same reason.
I could follow along more about what's happening here than what's happening. Like everything's kind of like, time skip, everything's fine. Ha 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 ha. Next time fucking time skip.
The exact part where you lose me in JJK's ending is A, the fucking lack of like any concrete understanding of what the merger is. You get me? B, the way Konjaku got dropped. You get me? That was some real split second shit. You get me? And C, the fact that it's like, cool, Yuji's domain expansion, as you're reading it on the panels, it's like, what is the offensive capabilities of this right now? Because you launch it and then you and Sukuna go through some walk in like your old fucking hometown while it's snowing. You get me?
Just moments to his life.
Just you get me?
Or your significant areas to him.
You get me? And I was just like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, this is Yuji's. But anyway, yeah. I say all of that to say, I feel more positively about Modulo's ending than I did about JJK's ending. You feel me? I won't lie to you. Cool. So, with that out of the way, real quick before obviously we move into the next segment, yeah? I wanted to ask you, between Dabura and Sukuna, who's a more interesting character? Not to be confused with Stronger.
We're not scaling, we're not talking about hand
swaps. Not to be confused with Stronger, you get me? Who's more interesting as a character?
Sukuna, and it's not close.
How?
Right. So, Sukuna has lots of epitaphs from back in the day, right? The whole story about him coming back in the modern day. So Kenjaku working with him on the fingers and all that kind of shit. Just who he is as a person.
Who is he as a person though? Who is he as a person though?
I mean, well, he's the king.
We don't know his mother. We don't know his father.
Yeah,
we don't know any siblings. We don't know what drives him. So it's like, what makes him interesting as a character?
What drives him?
Being the strongest?
Right.
Oh,
you understand?
Okay.
And to him, that means whatever that fucking means to him. I can't really put that into words right now. That fails me. I'm gonna own that. I can't perfectly articulate that point. But his view on being the strongest and what that means, and how it means to you know, how you being the strongest relates to everybody that's around you, as well. You understand? So it's less the Gojo side. It's like less the Gojo side. Where it's like, well, I'm strong, so therefore I need to. Well, that's not his point, but you're strong, so therefore you need to, you know, be at the forefront. You need to take on all the challenges. No, I'm strong, so I do what the fuck I want. That's the Sukuna philosophy. You understand? The strong eat and the weak are meat type shit. You understand?
I hear it. So now explain what makes Dabura, because you have a concrete understanding of, like, say, Sukuna, right? But now, in your opinion, what makes Dabura less interesting?
Well, I think one of the biggest detriments of Dabura is time. We had far more time to sit with Sukuna than we did with Dabura, right? So that's one thing against him already.
But keep in mind, the bulk of the information that means something about Sukuna, we find out towards the extreme tail end of the series. You get me? So for the majority of the time that you know about Sukuna, he's the strongest because he's the king of curses. He has 20 fingers, and when he pull up, niggas get shook. That's as much as you know about Sukuna. You don't know anything about who he was as a character. Like, you feel me? So that's what I'm like.
But you could see it in his interactions with like Yuji. Like, you go back a few pods, I forget exactly what, but you accurately fucking figured out that this nigga was gonna be the end game villain. I didn't. Remember
who?
Sukuna. You understand?
I accurately figured out that Sukuna was going to be the end game
accurately
villain.
fucking guesstimated a while back. I forgot which episode of the pod it was, but you said to me like you kind of figured out at a certain point it dawned on you that he's basically going to be the end game.
Yeah, because
and I said to you like, yeah, I didn't see it that way, right? Mainly because I bought into the trope that you see quite often where the demonic force or the evil personality within the host or the main character, they usually end up forming a partnership to kind of fight whatever it is comes at the end of the series or whatever. You understand? So your Naruto's and even Boruto to an extent. You understand? So I thought that was gonna be the way of Sukuna. You correctly fucking
but when I made that point, I think I was speaking more to the idea that Sukuna's gonna be the villain because in the comparison between him and like say the Ninetales, right? Whereas you can kind of tell that the Ninetales at some point would eventually come around to Naruto's way of thinking and they would be allied. It was very clear from about midpoint of JJK that Sukuna was not being written that way. You get me? So when I made that point, I was making that point to say, I respect the fact that he's written to not be like a sympathetic villain. Like he's a villain's villain.
Sure.
You feel me? Like at no point is there gonna be like a heel turn where he's like more sympathetic to Yuji's fucking way of thinking. Like even as the nigga died in his hand, man still rejected fucking sympathy. You get me?
Sure.
So I'm like, I hear that, but to me, that doesn't tell me anything about who he is. You feel me? Like all I know about Sukuna is the fact that he is the strongest because I've seen ample representation of him being that.
Sure.
You get me? But outside of that, like who's his family? I don't know any of that. You feel me? I don't know your family. I don't know at what point you became the nigga that would become the fucking king of curses. You get me? Like
So,
you were just an unwaxed
you're saying that
nigga.
you don't know enough about him. You don't know enough of his backstory to get an accurate read on it.
Because I wouldn't even say an accurate read. It's just these are the things like a person's backstory, like what drives you. These are the things that kind of dictate interest to me in the characters. You get me? Not necessarily strength. If the discussion was, yo, who's stronger or like displays of strength, of course Sukuna's in that discussion. You get me?
Sure.
And there are a bag of examples you can draw for.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
There aren't a bag of examples that you could draw for. It was like, yo, this scene contextualizes Sukuna's fucking outlook. You get me? There's only literally one. He only explains himself once. You feel me? Like that one time. You get me? On the opposite end, Dabura is a nigga who, despite coming into the series, we all felt that was gonna be like just a fucking Sukuna adjacent nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga had to kill his best friend, right? On top of killing his best friend, listen to his best friend's last request, which was to take the fucking Lumelian niggas,
So
or whatever they're called.
you honored it.
Yeah, honored his fucking dead best friend, right? And the core reason for doing that was to save the life of his younger sister, who had a curse placed on her by the Deskunte tribe leader. You get me? Cool. Upon reaching Earth, instead of immediately trying to take over Earth on some like hostile invader shit, nigga was on peacetime. You feel me? So that already threw off the majority of us who were kind of thinking it was just going to be some Sukuna adjacent nigga. You feel me? Separately from that, at the end of this chapter, when the nigga gets the black rope, goes back to fucking Sumeria, the nigga kills the fucking Deskunte tribe leader, throws the nigga's head on the fucking floor, and tells the rest of the people, yo, I am the new chief now. The first thing I'm gonna do is build a fucking shrine to Dabura. After that, I'm dismantling the whole chief system. You feel me? So I'm like, as far as character goes, I'm like, that's a more infinitely interesting character to me. You get me? To me. You feel me? Because I'm like, all of that lets me know you aren't just powerful for the sake of being powerful. You aren't just this tall, edgy ass nigga for no reason. There are several things behind you that kind of inform the way you move. You feel me?
Sure.
Like several things about you that kind of inform the way that you move beyond you just looking like a Sukuna adjacent nigga. You feel me? So that's why very quickly on, I left the discussion of who's stronger between them because I didn't feel like that was ever going to be properly articulated, which, let's be real, it never was. Get me? It never was. You feel me? Cool. So that's why I left the discussion of who's stronger between them and started to look more of like, okay, cool. Who between the two of them is the more interesting in terms of character? You get me? And in terms of character, I'd say Dabura wins out in terms of who's more interesting as a character, but only time will tell who's more interesting to watch on screen. You get me? Because if Modulo gets animated, which, I mean, I hope it does, I'm not gonna lie, yeah? Only time will tell if Dabura, when he's on screen, carries the same energy as Sukuna. Because if you don't, everybody's gonna tell you like, look, nigga, look, you cool, but you ain't Sukuna. You feel me? Like you cool, but you ain't Sukuna. As far as moments goes, hype moments go on screen, that nigga got it. You feel? Sorry, that nigga got it. You feel me? That's why I'm like, boy, as far as interesting character goes, I'm giving it to Dabura. But the strongest discussion, I'm probably gonna give that to Sukuna actually. Like if I look at the engagement between Dabura and Maharaga, Dabura had to fucking fight considerably harder than Sukuna did. You get me? And Sukuna closed out that fight. You feel me? Like closed out the fight. It wasn't a coin flip. It wasn't who won the fight. I won that fight. I outright beat that nigga into submission. You feel me? So that's why I'm like, boy, I don't know if there's anybody still kind of sussing out the who's stronger discussion. I feel like the result speaks for themselves. You get me? I feel like the result speaks for themselves. I can't lie. But yeah, not gonna lie, that discussion consumed the sheer majority of the pod. I can't lie to you. You get me?
Okay.
The sheer majority of the pod. So, next segment, original segment. You feel me? And we'll catch you in the next one in a second. And we are back for the second half of the pod. If you are still here with us, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps me, helps Xero, helps the pod. So, original segment.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Let's get into it. You feel me? Let's do it. Let's get into it. So, what makes an anime ending bad, in your opinion? Or manga, you know what I'm saying? Either or. You can choose. You get me? But what makes them bad, in your opinion?
It sounds easy to say, but it's like unsatisfactory endings.
Okay.
All right. So, right. Unsatisfactory ending could be anything from it just ends abruptly.
Okay.
Right.
So is there one that comes to mind that you feel like kind of ended abruptly?
Bleach.
Damn. Bleach ended abruptly to you. You mean the anime? Oh, that's what you meant. That's what you meant. Okay.
So that ended abruptly.
Yeah.
I could also think of a manga as well. There's one I was reading years ago called Iron Knight. It didn't get very far before it got axed. You understand? But that's the axe. That's not a bad ending. That's the axe.
Okay.
You understand? Different thing entirely. There are just things, there's just shows that I just never go back to. You understand? If I'm like a one and done with something, there's usually a reason for me to like not to want to go back. So for me, that would be a bad ending. So off the top of my head, Guilty Crown, right? Okay. But Guilty Crown is, I don't want to use the word revered, but it's the best one that's coming to me right now. You understand? So it's respected. You understand?
Guilty Crown, what's that again?
Guilty Crown, it's the anime where the guy could pull out items, the people's souls or whatever.
Okay.
Like, everybody had like a special item in there when he could pull the item out.
And why was the ending like unsatisfactory for you?
One, he goes blind.
Damn.
Two, he loses. Yeah, so the hand that he used to think that got cut off and taken.
Yeah.
Right? But luckily he had like a backup power in the next hand, if I remember correctly. And yeah, he goes blind.
Okay. Well, I just kind of wanted you to punch in and let me know why you felt unsatisfactory.
So I didn't quite like it at that as well. The guy that was basically mentoring or leading the group that the MC was in as well. You know, he done the whole villain thing where halfway through the series he betrays the villain and steals his power. Okay. You understand? So that kind of stuff, like, yeah, I'm never watching that again. You understand? So
is it always that type of thing though? Is it usually like how the main character ends up by the end of the series?
Largely for me, yes. You understand? In my opinion, yeah. I don't like series where the MC gets a shit ending. There are exceptions to that though. Okay. Right? IBO. Iron Blooded Orphans. Right? I don't know if we discussed this before. But IBO doesn't have the traditional...
IBO being Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded
Orphans. Yeah. So it doesn't have the traditional Gundam ending. Right? I can only think of maybe like two, including IBO, where the MC dies. Facts. You understand? The first being CCA. If you want to count Amuro disappearing as dying. But,
God rest his soul.
And then IBO where...
Mikazuki.
You know, Mika and I forgot the next guy's name. Huh?
Orga.
Well, Orga got shot just before. But, like, you understand? Like,
yeah.
So that wasn't the last. That wasn't like right at the end. You understand?
Yeah.
But
Mikazuki.
But Mikazuki dying, you know, all that. You understand? However, it served a purpose to kind of reinforce a lesson that the good guys don't always win.
Okay.
You understand?
Poignant.
So exactly. So in that regard. I understand it and I accept it and I will watch IBO and shit like that. You know.
So like it's more so how the bad ending is packaged.
How the loss of the hero affects the story going forward.
Or like the core message afterwards.
Right, you understand? So everything after that. You understand? So noble sacrifice and all that kind of stuff, they don't really sit well with me. Particularly. Like imagine if Goku would imagine if Dragon Ball ended at the Cell Saga.
If Dragon Ball ended at the Cell Saga, then
so Goku sacrificed himself, Gohan kills Cell, and that's it.
I mean, cool. If you ask me, nigga, you are not gonna like my answer. You get me? But the working idea for fucking the Cell Saga by around that time was for Gohan to be the protagonist anyway. You get me? So if at that point there, Gohan was alive, Goku sacrificed himself. At that point there, if it ended, the working understanding would be Goku's in the overworld and Gohan's now the protector of fucking Earth. Even if we never saw anything else, that would be the working understanding. You get me? And in who I had in Gohan at the time, I wouldn't have been mad at that. You feel me? Am I mad that I got more Dragon Ball Z? Fuck no, nigga. You get me? But am I, like, if it had ended at that point there, it was working knowledge. Well, not working knowledge to fucking us, you get me? But industry-wise, Gohan was tipped to be the next MC, you get me? And the Gohan that we got in the Cell Saga by that point is a Gohan that I'm happy with, you get me? So if it ended there with him killing Cell and Goku sacrificing himself, and we never got any more Dragon Ball Z, then I would just kind of continue to assume, Gohan's now the protector of Earth. You get me? Sure. So that's why I'm like in that one there, it's a little different, you get me? But I do take your point, I can't lie to you get me? Like, it's more so about how, like, the message regarding, like, my main character's usage, like, dying or whatever, how it impacts the overall story. Yeah. You feel me? Okay, no, I appreciate that. Can't lie to you, you get me? I appreciate that. For me, I do edge more on the side of, like, it's about what the sacrifice means. You get me? So, like, I'm not mad at, like, the noble sacrifice. I ain't mad at it, but it has to mean something, and I have to, like, actually feel something from it. You feel me? Like, it has to make sense within the context of the character that's doing it. You get me? I will use again, Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta. You get me? Margin Saga. You get me? When Vegeta sacrifices himself against Buu, right? The internal monologue that he has with himself is what makes that scene so fucking fire.
And the narration.
You feel me? Like, I mean, and the narration, right? But the internal monologue, like the fucking internal monologue that he has with himself before he fucking sacrifices himself is what makes that scene so fire. You feel me? And of course, Vegeta's my favorite character from Dragon Ball Z. Sure. You get me? So of course, him dying for any reason is not one you're gonna see me happy about. You get me? But the way he was used there, perfect sense. The way he was used on Namek, perfect sense. You feel me? I'm not mad at a nigga like.
So it's not so much the character death.
Okay.
You understand? So kind of just like earlier point. It's not just so much the character dying or the character dying. Like, all right, cool. I always make the joke that I hate Gabby, right? And the reason why I hate Gabby is very fucking simple.
Phase Gabby. Phase Gabby, bro. Yeah,
fuck that. Fuck Gabby. All my niggas hate Gabby. Right?
Yeah.
She bland potato girl.
Yeah, real shit.
Simple and basic. I do not fuck with you because you're bland potato girl. Anybody else, I mean, from the limited people I give a fuck about AOT, no secret, I am not the biggest AOT fan. All right? But from the limited amount of people I give a fuck about in AOT, Potato Girl was one of them, and you kill Potato Girl.
Yeah.
You understand?
So I can't rock to that.
Below that is the fact that you fucking no-scope my guy's fucking head off.
I like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The shit look cool.
I'm sorry.
I fucking hate it.
We will forever be on the opposite end of that particular argument. I'm like, Gabby, shoot that nigga now. You feel me? I'm like, Gabby, shoot this fuck nigga now.
You should have gone for the head, bitch.
Bruv, you should have just domed this whole shit.
You should have gone for the
head. When I say the whole shit, nigga, dome the whole shit. Kill this nigga now. Yeah. You feel me? Now. Because, can't lie to you, AOT is a good example. You feel me? There are men who look at AOT as like there are men that look at the ending for AOT as being super hot fire. You get me? I, as again, not the staunchest fucking AOT fan, not gonna hold you. You feel me? I do not see the ending for AOT as super hot fire for the same reasons as other people might. You get me? Like, if you're an AOT fan and you like the ending for fucking AOT, you probably like it for a different reason that I like it. You get me? I like it because it disproves what you fucking niggas were saying. It disproves a lot of what you niggas were saying. You get me? Like, when you witness all of them fucking colossal titans, like all them fucking colossal titans walking around stomping on niggas' children and shit. Let me hear you niggas say that Eren had it correctly again, please, because it's one thing to read it.
My is still a thing.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, cuz it's one thing to read some shit panel to panel. You feel me? Maybe the true horror of that fucking situation wasn't dawning on niggas. You feel me? When you see that shit animated though, and you see just everybody catching smoke, you see niggas holding up their babies over cliffs so that like they don't get stepped on and shit. I'm like, gang, let me see you niggas see that and tell me that Eren is correct again, please. You get me? You get me? I can't lie to you. You feel me? But yeah, cool. Even the way that Eren was used in the ending of AOT, to a lot of man, that would rub them the wrong way. Like there are a lot of men who don't understand why
The
Eren had to
Armin
die.
scene should have never happened.
You get me? Me
Should
personally,
have stood 10 toes down on it.
me honestly, not gonna lie, I agree with you. You get me? At that point there, fuck it, just commit to it. You get me?
Yeah,
Just
the
fucking
Armin
commit to
scene
it.
should not
You get me? But the same way that Eren died in fucking AOT, there are people who would look at him and be like, yo, that's my MC. Him dying at the end of it is why I don't like it. You get me? Even though you are oblivious to the fact that, nigga, this particular MC needed to die, nigga. Fuck is we talking about? You feel me? Yes, nigga.
He became the villain.
Yes, he needed to die.
Like
yes.
you went from watching the hero to the villain.
The fuck is you niggas smoking on? Yes. Nigga talking about eradicating 80% of all life. No, nigga. No. No, he can't live. You get me? That's what I'm like. So a nigga that's like, yo, I don't like AOT's ending because Eren's my MC and he had to die. Yes, fuck, nigga, he had to die.
Yep.
You feel me? Yes, fuck, nigga.
Another aspect of what makes it bad
bugging.
for me,
Niggas bugging.
using JJK again.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
Too many unresolved questions.
Oh, that's a big one for me.
If at the end of it I have so much that I just don't understand, yeah, that to me makes a bad.
That's a big one.
So that's why I can comfortably put GEGE at 1 for the ending of JJK.
Boy. Why I will say is this, yeah, because on some levels there are still facets of fucking AOT's ending that make no sense. You get me? Because the whole fucking like the whole, hey, I'm gonna take on the fucking hatred of the world to like have them hate me so that way fucking the heroes of paradise that kill me become heroes to the rest of the world. Nigga, snapshot to the future, the war's still ongoing.
Exactly.
So what the fuck was like?
I thought the whole point of that was the inevitability. Like no matter Eren tried different things, from when he got the founding time power to like control himself and all this in the bass and directing this and all that kind of stuff. He had no other choice but to do it.
No.
So if he had no other choice but to do it, does that mean that Paradise was always meant to just get blammed?
No, because Eren should have just survived. You get me? That's what these niggas just don't really. He should have, despite watching the same fucking show that we were watching. You get me? And seeing the same shit that we saw.
Actually, to be fair, let me add a addendum to that. Right? You tainted my waifu. Fuck no.
Like
I cannot stand the fact that Jean and what's his name? John ended up with fucking Mikasa.
I don't care.
I
don't care. You know what I mean? When I say I don't care, there's not one beanie in fucking Attack on Titan that I care about that much. I can't lie to you.
Not even Annie.
Nigga, who? Nigga, huh? Man said Annie, but nigga, what the fuck? You get me? I can't ever lie to you. If anything, I stamp her, boy, because she just removed my man shit that one time. You get me? Like, that kick just took off the top piece one time, bro. I was like, damn, Eren, get up, fam. But yeah. In regards to, like, endings and shit, AOT being one of them. You feel me? If you don't understand how to interpret the ending, you will somehow walk away from that particular fucking ending and feel like Eren was in the right. Like, Eren should have survived. You get me? And I'm like, I don't understand it. You feel me? Like, you niggas is odd. You feel me? But to get back to the discussion at hand, right, regarding the endings of animes that we feel is bad or mangas that we feel is bad, you said you put GEGE at number 1.
What makes an ending bad?
Yeah.
No.
You feel me?
I'm not saying GEGE is the worst manga writer. No, that's not what I meant.
But like the point I was gonna make there is I put GEGE and fucking Hirokoshi on the same playing field. I can't lie to you. You get me? Like, I do put Hirokoshi, so that being MHA's author. Yeah. I do put Hirokoshi and fucking GEGE on the same playing field, right? I don't really... When it comes to Modulo, Hirokoshi doesn't have anything adjacent, so you can't judge like by that metric, unless you want to use Vigilantes.
And to my understanding, Vigilantes is a pretty good ending.
Yeah, it has a pretty solid ending. You feel me? So that's why I'm like...
I don't like Vigilantes, but
I don't really care for it myself. You feel me?
You, man.
Cool. Whereas... in the original run though, so MHA's original run and JJK's original run, both your endings were fucking arse, and both you niggas need to come out of fucking like with like an amended fucking chapter. Yeah, you feel me? So that's why I'm like, I put both of you man in particular on the same playing field.
I'm thinking, wait,
if anything, I'll put as much as
didn't AOT get some revamp to the ending as well, or some extended pages or some shit like that?
Did it? I can't remember.
I know they fix shit in the anime.
Yeah, but that's as far as I know.
But if I recall correctly, there were some additional pages to AOT. But again, I wasn't super locked in for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not the biggest AOT fanboy, so like you niggas are gonna have to let me know. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like in regard to the discussion being had, like I've said, like for you it's character usage. For me it's sacrifice. I don't mind. You get me? And for us both, I feel like it's the amount of questions that I have towards the end of it. You feel me? Like a big one for me is unresolved fucking loose ends. You get me?
Yeah.
It depends on what the loose end is.
Yeah.
You get me? The biggest example I can give you is the merger in JJK. You get me? That not really being a thing at all in any meaningful way is crazy. You get me? And that's a very good example of what I mean when I say do not set shit up that you do not either A, know how to resolve, or B, plan to resolve.
Yeah.
You get me? Because nigga, trust me when I say that is something that people are going to hold against JJK until the end of time.
You minute you introduce your concept, man, they're gonna be digging into it and theorizing. Like, understand the world you now inhabit. It's no longer just like forums and postcard questions and shit like that. No, you have dedicated dedicated industries towards dissecting your work page by page, panel by panel, line by line.
And
you understand?
And again, so cool. If I take it to Hirokoshi now, nigga, this is the story of how I became the #1 hero.
Monster of a retcon, bro. A monster of a retcon. You understand? And I've seen the argument made online here that at no point did Deco ever claim to want to be the strongest #1 hero. Sure, but the fucking line at the beginning said I became the greatest.
I was gonna
hero.
be like, bro, punching from episode 1.
Chapter 1.
Nigga, what are you niggas smoking on? Cope harder. The nigga, bro, it went from...
It's a collective I. Like, it's a collective I then. You understand? Like, I can say I'm the #1 hero because we as a group were. So I was included in the group.
Then nigga, listen, yeah. At the start, have it say I, but in brackets, we became the #1 hero. You get me? Because without the we there, nigga, you said I, and then I became we. Fuck out my face, nigga. You feel me? Fuck out my face, nigga.
I get the thematic ending.
I'm not mad at it. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at it. You get me? I've had my time to sit down with it, reason with it. You get me? And I actually do like the ending for MHA. You get me? I actually like the ending for that we got as is better than the one that we got for fucking JJK. And I definitely like MHA's fucking amended chapter more than I like JJK's one. You get me? JJK's amended chapter, blood seed, G.
Further questions, bro. Like, you give us a whole chapter that's like, bro, more questions. Thanks.
Bro, I actually just remember it being a great deal of fucking nothing. Like, it was some of the most useless yap I've ever come across, bro. You know what I mean?
Like, what is that? It was resolution for Nobara.
It was Nobara talking to her Marge.
UG
back to the
fucking
village,
thing.
fucking the old thing. You get me? Like the old thing you used to talk to. You get me? That used to be kind of overweight. You get me? And that, that's
cool,
it. Cool.
You
No
understand?
Megaman.
Cool.
Again, no mention of Megaman.
Cool.
So,
shit like that. You understand? Like, character usage,
bro. I can't lie to you. At the start of this pod, we said, yo, did he really go 2 for 0? Yes. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
When you throw Megumin into consideration, yes, bro. You're ending a second manga without addressing
I forgot.
the black-head elephant in the room.
I forgot. Yes. That makes it 2 for 2. Bro, the fact that we forgot that he forgot about Megumin because we forgot about Megumin, insane. Yeah, no, it's 2 for 0. It's 2 for 0.
Damn.
It's 2 for 0. I'm sorry. No. Bro, Megumin is the Sasuke of JJK.
Yeah.
What do you mean? We see Nobara. We see fucking Yuji. Not even a mention.
Fam.
Of Megumin.
Remember the Mei cameo?
Nigga.
So I'm just saying with this guy, bro.
Yo.
I'm sticking with the 1.5 film because I haven't seen the end yet. Yeah, so I have no idea. Like, you could get to fucking 30 chapters, or if it could just be one more. I don't know, boy. But
you heard it here first, nigga. I'm stamping it. That brings it up to a righteous 2. I was on 1 3/4 before. That bumps it up to a 2. That bumps it up to a 2, bro. You have Yuka stealing the man's whole fucking sauce. You get me? And we don't even get a mention of the nigga. You have Yuka stealing the nigga's whole drip. You feel me? And we don't even get a mention of the nigga. I'm sick. Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. You get me? Firepod. You get me? Appreciate if I'm having a discussion with me, bro. You get me? What the fuck, nigga? What, nigga? Nah, bro, nah. I nearly forgot. I nearly let him get away with the 1 3/4, nigga. Nah, it's really 2 for 0.
Yeah.
It's really 2-0, nigga. Nah, I'm not letting that one slide. Sorry. Yeah. Nah, I mean, if you have anything else you wanted to add, bro, like
yeah, kind of round out for me. Like you said, it's character usage. I'm not a big fan of hero sacrifices. You know, I much like my happy endings. You know, hero survives, goes on with his friends, blah blah blah, that kind of fucking shit. And also tons and tons of unresolved questions. A la JJK. You understand? That shit made me just not want to care. You understand?
Which is understandable.
You understand? Because like unresolved shit.
You know what I mean?
Like,
which is understandable.
So
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like Bleach has a like some touches
touch
of that.
at the end.
Touches
Bro,
of that towards that.
bro, I was gonna make that point earlier. I was like, Bleach could even be considered there because, bro, what the fuck does Ichigo's Bankai do?
Bro, next one.
Do you understand? Like, bro, it's shit like that. You understand?
Like,
bro?
we might need to spin back on this discussion again. You get me? It might have to be like a part 1, part 2, like series type shit. You feel me? Because what the fuck, nigga? Bro, what does your Bankai do? Never mind, nigga. Cool, yeah? Cool. I have been Drift. You got me?
It's your boy Xero.
And this is a KTT episode 55. Catch you in the next one, guys. Love.